Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to study while and post reading activities. So the overview is that we are going to focus on while and post reading activities, and the objective is that by the end of this lecture you will be able to analyze and design while and post reading activities. And previously we have covered pre-reading activities, we have covered was and tasks. Now the first while reading activity over here is reordering. As we have discussed in listening activities as well, same is the case over here, but this time they have already read the text. They have not listened to the text and they are not listening right now. Here they have read the text, the portion of the text, right? The text is, as I have already mentioned, that the text is divided into parts for while reading. So now they are reading one part or any part of the text, and then there are questions about ordering of the sentences or the things that had happened in the text. The example is given on the right side. Okay, the example is related with the text that we have studied in pre-reading activities. Okay, the three unusual hotels. This example is from the same text. Then the second while reading activity is matching words with meaning. The words are given on the left hand side and the meanings are given on the right hand side. Usually the words that are mentioned, the vocabulary items are with 1, 2, 3 numbers, and on the right hand side the meanings are with A, B, C, D. Okay, so that students can write numbers with words if they are not writing the whole sentences and with meanings. The words and the meanings, they can just write the number and the alphabet. Now third is inference question. As you have already practiced it from the very beginning of your studies, the questions that are given related with the reading comprehension exercises, right, which have some detailed questions, some questions based on the understanding. Okay, so such questions can be given in while reading activities as well as in the post reading activities, that is when they have studied the whole text. Okay, the example is given over here, like look at the bold words in the text. Can you guess what they mean? See if you can infer the meaning from the text. How can you pronounce them? Share your ideas with your partner. Now over here in this example that is given here, is it's related with the vocabulary, right? You can cover overall text understanding as well. The overall questions that are given in the reading comprehension exercises are usually based on inference. Okay, then over here there are some more while and post reading activities. Now these activities can be included in while reading or it can be included in post reading activity. I have explained the difference between the while and the post reading, right? So these can be included in both the cases. Okay, like for example MCQs, you know what are MCQs, right? A statement can be given or a question can be given, and then there are 3 to 4 options related with it. Okay, so that one is the correct one and the 3 are the wrong ones. So this such activity, if it is given in the while reading, then it will be related with only that particular specific paragraph or specific part of the text. If it is given in the post reading activity, then it will be related with the whole text. It should be related with the whole text. Same is the case with the next, that is true and false with reason. True and false भी अगर true and false is related with any specific part of the text, then it means it is for while reading activity. If it is related with overall text, then it will be included in post reading activity. Now over here one thing is important, then if the answer is false, if the students are saying that this is false, so you have to ask the reason from the students why it is false, why do they think it's false. Okay, so they will identify the correct thing in the text. Okay, so this will create a better understanding of the text. Number 6 is revising questions. You can ask the students to devise questions to make questions, okay, not to answer the question, but to make questions related with any of the important information that is given in the that specific paragraph. Or you can ask them overall to design 5 questions from overall text. Okay, so this will also create their understanding and make them able to design questions. Then the next is finding synonyms and antonyms. Now in this case you can give them any word, and then in front of the word you have to mention the line number of the text. Okay, and then you can ask them to find the synonym or the antonym in the sentence. It means that the word is not similar, the word is not the same one that is from the text. Okay, it will be a synonym. यानी मतलब कहने का ये है कि एक कोई आपने वर्ड दिया जो एक्चुअली सिनोनिम या एंटोनिम था उस वर्ड का जो टेक्स्ट में यूज हुआ हुआ था, और जहां वो टेक्स्ट में यूज हुआ हुआ है उसका आप लाइन नंबर उसके आगे मेंशन कर देंगे, ताकि स्टूडेंट्स उसको आराम से लोकेट कर सकें कि अच्छा इसका सिनोनिम इस लाइन में ये है। ठीक है, इसी तरह से एंटोनिम के लिए भी कर सकते हैं। द नेक्स्ट इज द वर्ड फॉर्मेशन टेबल। वर्ड फॉर्मेशन टेबल मीन्स जैसे वो करते हैं कि आप नाउन दे दिया, देन दे आर नाउन फ्रॉम द टेक्स्ट, एंड देन दे हैव टू फॉर्म द वर्ब, द एडजेक्टिव और एडवर्ब ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर noun. Or you can give the verb and then ask them to make the noun, the adjective and adverb of that particular word. The word should be from the text. Okay, and this can again be given in the while or the post reading activity. Agar while hai, so it will be related with only that specific paragraph or the part of the text, and if it is related with the post reading, then it will be related from the whole text. Number 9 is drawing up a list of noun, verbs, adjectives, adverb from the text. Now I've mentioned all over here, but it's not necessary to give all of them. You can just ask the students, if you feel like the text have got a lot of nouns, then you can ask the students to make a list of all the nouns that are used in the text. If you think that there are many adjectives in the text, then you can ask the students to make a list of all the adjectives that are used in the text. Same is the case with other. If you feel like everything is average and not, if you feel like everything the noun, verb, adjectives are average, not in large number, then you can ask 2 or 3 things. Like for example, you can ask them to draw a list of nouns and verbs, or you can ask them to make a list of nouns and adjectives or verb and adverbs. It's totally up to the students and the text and the teacher as well. The next, number 10, is cohesive and discourse markers. As we have already discussed these things in detail when we were discussing VAS and TAS, so now you know what are these, right? So you can explain it to the students, and then you can ask them to point out those or to make the list of cohesive devices or the discourse markers that are used in the text that can again be used in while or post reading activity. The next activity is the transfer of information. Now, transfer of information means transferring from the text to a form of a chart or some kind of a diagram, right? So that can be labeling, flow diagram, mind map, or the forms. We have discussed the forms, mind maps in listening as well. Same is the case over here. Here they are given the text, so they have to label the things. The teacher will give them a kind of a diagram, and they have to label it after reading from the text. Usually this can be given in the post, but if you feel like there is something in just a single paragraph, then you can give such activity related with that particular part of the text. Flow diagram, same is the case with flow diagram, and I've told you the difference between the flow diagram and the mind map, right? Flow diagram is in the flow, whereas mind map is related with the one single topic, and the branches are going here and there, just like this spider diagram. Okay, the form filling is just like the filling the form of your admission form or some kind of form. If the text is related with anything such, then you can give this form as well. Now these exercises, basically this 8th one, totally depend on the text, the kind of the text. Then the next is drawing mind map, road map, or pictures. Here students are supposed to draw the mind map, road map, and picture. There, in the eighth one, they are supposed to just point out the things, the missing things, right? That can be for the beginners, whereas in number 9, drawing can be for the advanced students, for the higher classes. Okay, where you can ask the students to draw the mind maps, road maps, or the pictures. So these are some of the references that I've used for this lecture. That's all for today. Thank you so much.